I don't know, like, she's out there. You're the Florida version of Sex in the City, JD.
That's when I was smoking my cigars.
Don't be an asshole today.
Hey.
Hello, my love.
How are you doing?
I'm great. JD is running a little late, which that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We can hang out for
We
a
can
bit.
First. Yeah, exactly. How are you, my love, Nick Austin?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. I've started a new job with LGBTQ Nation. So I'm really excited about that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm
That's linked up with a lot of organizations.
yeah, they're pretty big when it comes to reporting like LGBTQ news and everything. So I'm not used to that either because I'm an entertainment writer, as you know. And so it's mostly like hard news. And so that's been something for me to get used to, which is a lot of fun. So I'm like a news reporter now.
You kind of are. Excuse me one second. My cat's being a jerk. Okay. Done being a jerk. Done. We put a screen up on our patio door, and she's just just got to get used to it. So
Oh yeah.
between that and the next door neighbor's outdoor cat trying to poke his head through it, it's going to be a challenging summer. But I'm so thrilled for you. Like, I think this is fantastic. And I was thinking when you said it's hard news, that's a lot of the stuff that you've been bringing us. So we trained you.
Yeah, that's true. I have a lot more like entertainment focused like headlines today versus a lot of like the hard news that I typically bring because it's Pride Month and
it's Pride Month.
It's Pride Month.
I keep, every year, how your memories come up on Facebook? I keep going back and seeing the stuff that I post every year for Pride. And it's always like, I don't know where I find these things, but they just make me laugh. Like that picture of Gentleman Jack, that says, "Move, I'm gay." And it's like, that's how you walk up the high street during Pride Month.
It's true.
Gay,
That's why like Pride parades are one of the quickest parades because we all just move so fast.
You are I will say the LGBTQ community are made up of many, many fast walkers.
Yes.
I am not one. I'm a sluggish, stop and look kind of person.
Yeah, I used to be a fast walker so much that it would just like give me anxiety every time that I would walk because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get to this place. I have to get there like right now.
What is the deal with that? My wife is the same way. She's like kind of like nervous that I'm not. So she's always looking behind and like, come on. Let's go. What's the rush?
That's not good. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like the queer gene.
It definitely is.
It makes us more nervous.
I used to think it was because lesbians wear comfortable shoes, so they can walk that fast and it's no big deal. But it's just everyone. It's everyone. There's JD. It's everyone. Speaking of comfortable shoes.
Comfortable shoes, yes.
Her and her docs.
Hey JD.
Oh, right. Okay. This is the first time in a long time that I'm doing a show and it's still light outside.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. It doesn't really start getting dark now, like for another half an hour or so, like 9:30.
It's never quite this bright here, that's for sure.
I love it. It's your awesome place.
I went to go see a new movie today, and I never see movies during the day because you go out and it's so bright. It's so bright over here too. Just like having to shield my eyes. I need those glasses, JD.
Yeah, this is my when you don't have a lot of makeup on, these are great for that. You know about that, right?
Oh, hell
JP,
yes.
keeping up the persona, keeping up that persona.
Yeah, it's really nothing more than I didn't have a chance to do all the makeup. So
My bad. This is it. This is all the makeup. This is it. That's all you're ever gonna get.
you don't need it. You're fabulous without it, Denise.
Fabulous. This is a day of working in the garden. This is what it looks like.
Well, if that's you working in the garden, then lucky you.
I was hoping to get a little sun, but it was patchy clouds. But you know what? This is all gonna end next week. It's like temperatures are going up. It's gonna be like 80 something degrees next week. The British summer will be in full swing. It'll be scorching. It'll be stifling. No place has air conditioning. And it's like you just gotta enjoy for the next week. Just enjoy the 72 and breezy.
Yeah.
Partly sunny, partly cloudy. It's like a nice mix. Everything's still cool. You can still use the oven. It's not gonna scorch the house when you use the oven. So yeah, we're just taking advantage for the next week or so, but we're starting to put up the blackout blinds very slowly
very good
into the high sun spots, like in the front. It's like it's so bad. It's relentless. The sun it's at the front of the house in the morning, passes over, and then it pounds on the back of the house in the afternoon. So there's no time that the house is not like feeling like a brick pizza oven. So
you got to get Rosie out.
Rosie is coming out. Rosie, our little mobile air conditioner on wheels, will be coming out. And Rosie's got a sister that we're not sure what to do with yet. Gemma's from Australia. This stuff doesn't bother her at all. I'm the one. I'm like, but everybody goes, but you're from Florida. I'm like, where there's air conditioning.
Right. Forget that.
You're from Florida. What do you think? We sit on the beach all day? No, that's not how it works. Anyways, guys, it's Pride summer, and there should be some wonderfulness that comes with that. Weather aside, it's Pride summer.
Exactly.
And I have to get better at it this year. I'm making a vow to get better at it. I haven't been to a Pride festival in like 5 years.
Have they started yet?
Pandemic.
It's just the last one I was at. Jesus Christ! I think it was at Brighton, which was fun, because we got there early and the weather was cool. It was nice. It wasn't too bad. But then as the day progresses and the crowd gets bigger and the sun's out longer, like I'm ready to go when it's at the height of, maximum people. The entertainment is starting, and I'm like, let's go. But I'll never forget, it's really hard to find parking here for anything, especially if there's a crowd of some place. It's not a venue, it's in a park. It's really hard to find a good parking spot. And I don't remember how we stumbled on it, but an Airbnb place was renting out their driveway.
Oh, wow.
We got a spot that was close enough that it didn't feel like you were walking a mile. There was it was secure. It was literally like a driveway of someone's home, and they rented out for like $10 for the day. How do you do with that?
That was
so
nice.
You have to be cheeky, man. You got to find these deals to make the day, make the day bearable. It was the greatest thing ever. So I noticed that Pride was going on in Wales, and I think that would be a really fun place to go to check out Pride. Like it would be like Cardiff or one of those places. It would be really fun. And then a friend of mine told me that Eastbourne, which is near Brighton and Hove, has a really good Pride because it's outside and there's good vendors and all that kind of stuff. So, it's possible to do an afternoon at one. I don't know. I don't want to set myself up for failure, but I'm kind of thinking about it.
Just gonna stop over in Wales and go to Pride and
right.
It would end up having to be an overnight thing though, because that is a big drive. But it just looks so cool there. Like everything is just like stony and castle-y, and it looks just like, I know it's like it's a little bit damper there. So not going to be a good hair day no matter what. But I just think it would be fun to be surrounded by all the weird signs, because like they're in in English, and then they're also in Welsh, and there's like very few vowels or too many. It could go either way.
Or too many.
I have to ask Gemma what the word is for microwave, but it's super funny because the word ping is in it. But anyways, yeah, I just
Does
think
she speak Welsh?
No. Well, we learned it on one trip. We went one time with my parents.
If anyone does, she does, right?
She just picked up a few of the things from the hotel. Things out. Like everything is just so, it's weird. It's just like, it is like being, well, I say it's like being in another country, but
and you are.
It's like if you were in Iceland and you were looking at road signs, you wouldn't be able to figure them out,
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it feels in Wales. It's pretty cool though. I will say that. So anyways, is anybody going to a Pride Fest, a local Pride Fest?
I'm thinking about, I think next week is Stonewall, the 18th. So yeah, I'll probably visit. I usually play in that one, not for the last few years, but as I mentioned, I will go support. I may be doing some advertising. If I can get the people on the phone, they do adopt a barricade. And they put these banners on the barricades. And I thought I would do one.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, I thought I did one for the podcast and one for my show coming up in October.
Excellent.
But I haven't been able, the whole world is online right now. Like you can't get to speak to a human being. And it's a little unclear of how to do this. So I don't know, I have to email someone.
I'm going to say there's probably an online form that you need to fill out if that's not.
There is, but the form is like, it's for, if you want to be a vendor for a booth, it's for like multiple different things. So I want to make sure I do it right.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Anything going on in Colorado that you're going to?
Oh gosh, there better be a Pride. I haven't been to Pride since 2019 because of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like all of us have missed out on Pride, and I feel like it's going to be in like full swing this year, which I'm really hoping for. But yeah, Denver has a really good Pride, so I'm excited to attend it. I can't wait.
It'll be fun. Yeah,
I bet they have some cool stuff in Colorado.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like you probably will find some cool stuff there.
We're all going to be smoking weed, just kind of like walking down. Yeah.
Proudly.
That's what I'm talking about. Maybe that's where we need to go.
Yes, please do.
That would be,
that'll be a party.
That would be amazing. Yeah, maybe that's the key to a good Pride, is going someplace where weed is legal.
Yes.
Right? Like that would be amazing. And I'm not talking like CBD. I mean like, let's hit it. Like Amsterdam. Stuff. Like Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can imagine Amsterdam's Pride is incredible. Like that has to be one of the top places to go.
Has to be.
Went to Amsterdam. What was it for? We usually go every 5 years. We go for Gemma's birthday, and always have a really good time. But we went in between with some friends, and there was something going on where there was like Ferris wheel and rides and all kinds of things. And I just walked around going, oh my God, like everybody is so stoned right now. Like Ferris wheel's got to be a completely different, it's got to be a whole different level when you're that stoned, because like their weed is incredible. And I always get like, just drop like, 20, 30 euros or whatever on weed when I first get there. And you go through as much as you can, and then whatever's left over, you just leave in the hotel room as a tip for the maid service. Just leave a big bud for them, or you give it to somebody. Like I remember like thinking, I was sitting outside at the cafe that was attached to this one hotel, and I was like, maybe I'll just ask that guy over there if he wants, the rest of this. So I go up there, I'm like, excuse me, do you speak English? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I have this big bud and I can't take it back to Britain with me, he was like, oh my God, I was going to come and ask you because I'm leaving in the morning and I have some left over. And I was like, so yeah, that's when I decided, you know what, just leave it for room service. Just leave it for the cleaners. That's enough.
That's very kind of you.
They're probably
Very
like, fuck this, man. We get this all the time.
That's the kind of tip that I'd want.
Right? Come on, free weed. Oh God.
On July 26th, I'm supposed to be a guest on a podcast from Amsterdam.
Oh,
yeah. I gotta get
highly suggest getting stoned.
Yeah. Too bad it's not in Pride Month. It's
right?
Queer Sounds. I gotta take a look at what the name of it is, but it's a queer something is the name podcast.
You know what it is, Nick? I see your face.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
You know it?
Yeah, I'm friends with the person who does that podcast, Queer Sounds. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, they're
okay,
they're wonderful.
I have to get the name now. I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what though, the nicest people in Amsterdam, the nicest people. One time back when we were doing the Lesbian Lounge, I used to feature a business every week, and I featured this gay owned and operated B&B above a cake shop, and it was called Cake Under My Pillow. And so I featured them on a show, and I wrote to them, let them know that, and they listened, and they wrote back, and they were so excited about it and everything. So then when I moved here and I knew we were going, I contacted them and they remembered, and they gave us the entire B&B, like the whole thing. There was, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. So they gave us the whole thing, like all the bedrooms, the living room, the bathroom, everything it was all booked for us. And they took care of us like nobody's business. Like, they greeted us, they gave us maps, they told us what coffee shop to go to for the weed. Like, the first thing he said is anybody going to be smoking? And I'm like, so he like circled coffee shops. He told us what the good areas were, where to stay away from, be aware when you're in the red light district, wear your bag across here so nobody yanks it up.
Really? That's interesting.
They were so nice. These two guys were so nice. Simon, I can't think of the other guy's name, but they took care of us like family, and
Yes.
But everybody that we met, when we were there, they were just so lovely and nice. I mean, there was only one time I think that I felt intimidated when we went to a different coffee shop, and I felt like we walked into like a terror cell. It was like all guys, and everybody like looked up and looked, and I was with my one friend who has like bright blonde hair, and you could just kind of see them all staring at her, and I was like, why don't you wait outside? And like just dropped the 20, grabbed the weed, and just took off, because it was like very intimidating for some reason. Where the other one, where the guys told us to go, the girl had like the lollipop ponytails up here, had a menu, told us how to do it, gave me a grinder for free to grind up my weed, open up these double doors to a smoking lounge. Like, there was a bakery attached. It was so much fun. But yeah, so they're right. There are ones that are far more welcoming.
They knew.
Hosts. Yeah.
So it is Queer Sounds, Nick. Queer Sounds, but I have to check my schedule. It may be this coming week I'm going to be on that one. So I will be.
Way to have it under control, Jay.
Yeah, right. I haven't. That's what happens when you have.
Or it could be July. I'm not quite.
I now have a publicist, and I have this thing in my mind where you have the person following you with their iPad and the schedule, reminding you of what you need to do. But she's in Chicago, so that's not happening. So I really need to take care of this stuff myself. So yeah,
I love how big she dreams. She dreams so big.
In my head,
the best part of you. It's the best part of you.
In my mind, that's what's happening. In reality, she just called me and told me, and I need to go back and look. So yes. So Nick, can I name drop when I'm on the show?
You can name drop me. That's okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, you've heard it.
I got
it. Please don't get me going with giggles. Please. We'll be here all fucking night.
So, do you have some fabulous news for us today, Nick?
I do. You know, with it being Pride Month, I wanted to keep things light, and it's been a while since I've seen both of you. So I wanted to make sure that we had a fun conversation. So, okay, so who's heard about Rebel Wilson coming out?
I always thought she was out, so I didn't think that was news.
Oh no,
that's
she had a
wild.
boyfriend last year, didn't she?
Did she? Oh.
Yeah.
That is so wild that you say that because yeah, no, she hasn't been, but this is her first relationship with a woman being out.
Oh.
Nick, give me the background on this about Sydney Morning News.
Oh my gosh. Oh, don't get me started on this. Okay, so
listen to this, Jay.
Yeah, listen. Okay. So you know, I actually reported on this for LGBTQ Nation, and I was talking about how cool it was that she had come out because she posted on Instagram and everything. And I was
Pride
like, oh,
Month.
it's
Month.
Pride Month.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I love Rebel Wilson. It's like, who doesn't love the Pitch Perfect movies and Bridesmaids and like everything that she's been in? And, you know, she is just so funny. She's a ray of sunshine. And I'm like, this is so cool that she's sharing this with us. Little did we know that she actually was going to be outed. And that's why she came out.
Oh.
It was like the Sydney Morning Herald, I believe, or yeah. Okay, so the Sydney
Morning Herald. Let me just name him. Andrew Horny. Hornery. Andrew Hornery, is that his name?
Andrew Hornery. So he's the one. And so they reached out to her because they had found out that she was dating a woman. And they're like, we're going to release this story about you and this new relationship. And we wanted to give you time to, you know, respond or something.
Like,
prepare
they
a statement.
Thought that she would give it to them exclusively, when literally it came across as blackmail.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's literally what it was. It's like they basically said, now this is so funny because they were telling on themselves in the article that they had posted and basically saying that. And it's like, that sounds like you're planning to out her when she has not been out before. It's like, you don't do that. That is so messed up.
Yeah.
So I read this what he's talking about. I read it and I looked up the guy and it was Andrew Hornery or something like that. So I said that I tweeted at him that he was a fucking dick Perez Hilton wannabe. And then Perez Hilton liked it and retweeted it.
Oh, wow.
What? Of course Perez Hilton would do that. What the fuck is going on with him?
Oh, I'm in a tweet. Yeah, naturally.
Yeah, it's like, I would not retweet that. What? That is so crazy.
It's like he was proud of it. He was...
You mentioned his name.
Some traction.
Any press, right?
Oh my God. And you know, here's the thing. It broke my heart when I read that because I remember interviewing Megan Mullally from Will and Grace, right? Karen Walker.
Yeah. Love her.
She told me how awful it was for Sean Hayes, who went through the same thing. You know, for years and years and years, reporters would always ask him and he would say, not comfortable talking about it, nobody's business but my own, whatever. Just didn't want to make a public statement about it. Mm-hmm. And got contacted by a press organization saying that they were going to out him if he didn't come out himself. And she said how devastating it was when he got that news, like how all of a sudden he had to, you know, just come up with something, you know, not ready, being rushed, being blackmailed, you know, and that it messed with him so badly. So when I read that, that's the first thing I thought of was, you know, we want to be so happy. And I hope that we've all made her happy with our tweets and our posts and everything about it, so that she doesn't feel bad. But that story is not getting enough attention, you know, about how, you know, how it came about. You know, I mean, I think people are under the impression they were just scrolling Instagram and went, you know what I mean? But it's not. There was so much more to it in the background, and I hate that for her. I hate that for her. It should have been on her own terms, 100%.
And then there's me. Oh, she has a new girlfriend. But she was always out. I don't know why.
I love that. You know, that's how, you know, we should be reacting to this news anyways, right? It's like I don't know, it's a catch-22 because we should be really excited for somebody to come out. Of course, not in this situation because she was basically forced to, and she handled it with so much class, so much grace.
Yeah. No mention of it, not giving them an ounce of credit. You know, that's what I like is that, you know, they're not getting anything but bad press about it, where she's getting all the good press. So good for her.
Yeah, I know. And I hope to write about that because I am looking to tear them a new hole for even publishing an article after the fact, too.
After the fact, right. This is what we did.
Which editor approved that? Like, come on, that is bad editor. That's bad editing right there.
Yeah, it's bad practice. You know, it's bad practice. You know, and didn't it take like a good 20 years for Perez Hilton to figure out that he was being a monumental asshole. You know, like he had to publicly say that I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing and all that other stuff. And now he's like this glowing dad with children and this normal life and whatever. But, you know, it's like his legacy will always be in my mind that he was the one who forced people to come out when they weren't ready. You know, regardless of what his reasoning was, if he thought, oh no, they'll feel better about it, or they'll see it, this won't hurt their career. It made him look like a jerk. It really instilled a lot of fear and uncomfortability in people, you know, that shouldn't have that experience before they come out. And it should always be your decision and your terms. You know, nobody should be telling you that. And to think that he's just kind of gone into obscurity, you know, and now there's these people like Hornery or whatever his name is that are carrying it on, you know, carrying that kind of behavior on, makes me sick, makes me really sick.
It's surprising because in today's day and age, you want to expect that kind of behavior, not from a major publication. And, you know, that's why Perez Hilton has, you know, gone into obscurity, because that's not the practice anymore. Tabloids are not a thing because of social media, and it was a completely different time, but still, you know, that is his legacy. And for people to, you know, take that mantle up now, it's just, I don't know, it's baffling.
I just don't believe in somebody taking that moment away from you, you know?
No.
It's
me neither.
It's not right. So, okay, now we've had a little venting about that. I feel better.
Yeah. Okay, so these, I know we don't have too much time left, so I'm gonna go through the next one.
Okay, because we can always, again, like go into your email and click the link and we'll come back. But go ahead. We'll see if we can fit it in.
Okay, so this is what we suggest for watching on TV for the month of Pride.
Okay.
So who has heard of it's called First Kill on Netflix? Have either of you? It just came out this weekend, literally yesterday.
And I wonder if I'll get it. Usually you guys get things first, but go ahead. I'll keep an eye out.
Hopefully, because it is a teen lesbian vampire drama series.
Oh, I heard about that.
Excellent.
I didn't know
it
the
is
name.
so good. It is so good.
Wait, JG, you heard of it?
I did, but I didn't know that was the name. I saw something about it on, I don't know where, surfing. I don't know. What do they call it? Scrolling? Yeah.
Scrolling, yeah.
Surfing. So it's good.
Okay. Yeah, you should definitely give it a watch, Denise. When it comes to you definitely have to watch it.
Okay.
It's a fun show, and it's actually pretty serious for you know, a show about teen vampires. And the main character, she's a vampire, and she falls in love with a vampire hunter. She's like a monster hunter. So this is a world where monsters exist. And it's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet type of
Excellent.
romance.
Yes, that's perfect. That's a good way to describe it. Yep.
So we have that. And then who has been keeping tabs on the new Queer as Folk reboot?
I haven't got it yet.
I haven't wanted to watch
it's on
it.
Peacock, so you guys get it. Okay.
Yeah. This is the new one without any of the original people, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
It's a whole new cast. It's super queer. A lot of, because I didn't watch the original, but I remember it was centered on, wasn't it centered on a group of like gay best friends, and it was like all
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one definitely has more representation in it. We see more people a part of the LGBTQ family, and it's really good. I was watching it with my mom actually, and it came out Thursday, and we binge watched it Thursday. And we absolutely loved it. Unapologetic queerness, unapologetic queer sex, just everything is exactly what you would hope from a series today talking about the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
It's centered around tragedy.
Like the L word, Gen Q, right? Like they wanted to have trans people, and they wanted to have non-binary people, and they wanted to have queer. They wanted to, like really embrace, tick all the boxes, as they say.
Yes. Yeah. The show ticked all the boxes, especially just being a really good drama, really good comedy. It's definitely something that I wish I were a part of writing, because it's just an incredible show. So I would definitely recommend it. And Denise, if you find a way to get past Peacock, I don't know but you'll definitely have to watch it.
There's some things that are slowly coming over, because like Sky Comedy has bought into Peacock, and like our Channel 5 has bought into Paramount Plus. So now I'm getting Yellowstone. I'm very excited about that, but only up to season 2. But yeah, so some things are coming across, but really slow. I feel like they want to finish in the States before they release seasons over here. So hurry up.
Yeah, I know. That's so crazy.
Is it set in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh?
It is set in New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah.
Oh, that's right. I heard that. Yeah. So totally different.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. Kim Cattrall's got a character in it, right?
Yeah, she has a fun character arc, and she's how she always is. She adds a nice level of sophisticated camp to it.
Yeah, exactly.
We love with Kim Cattrall.
Yeah, because she's got a new series. So I thought, how is she doing both? And then I realized she just has an arc in QAF. She's not a regular.
No, she's not. Yeah, she plays the mom of 2 of the queer characters.
Okay.
Oh,
Saucy mom, right?
Mom now.
Okay.
And isn't there a movie coming out for Queer as Folk with the old cast? I thought I read something about a movie.
Every year they bring it up, like they want to, like all the cast wants to, but they gotta get,
But if you're looking for a movie to kind of fit that kind of like Queer as Folk hole in your heart, have either of you heard of Fire Island on Hulu?
I have heard of it.
Yeah.
I've seen the advertisement for it. Yeah.
It's really good. I've seen it twice now, actually.
Oh, that good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a movie? I thought that was is that a documentary? Or is that
it's a movie set at Fire Island.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
And it's good. If you're a big Pride and Prejudice fan, you're going to enjoy this, because it's kind of like the clueless version of Pride and Prejudice. Very much updated, but with like a ton of queer people in it.
Okay. All right, I'm digging that.
As is Fire Island.
As is Fire Island.
Fire Island. Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely good. Okay.
I know. And that kind of leads into the next thing that I wanted to bring up, which are the top 5 places to visit around the world if you're a queer person for Pride.
This is good. This is good.
I know. And Denise, you're going to be very interested in what makes this list, but I'll start counting down from 5. So number 5 is Lisbon, Portugal.
I believe
Portugal.
That. Yeah, Portugal. Yeah, Lisbon.
And then 4 is Los Angeles.
Of course.
Can't go wrong with LA.
No.
Number 3 is Rome, Italy.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, surprising.
Very.
Number 2 is Paris, France.
Okay.
I didn't realize all these cities, like all these countries had like huge pride events either.
Yeah, I have heard Paris is it kicks it up a notch during Pride. Yeah.
Well, number
Still
1.
No desire to go, but yeah.
No desire to go.
No, I hate France.
Well, then you're gonna love this because
Okay.
number 1 on the list is London.
Oh,
Wow. Oh my God.
Miami did not make anything?
No, like none of the queer capitals in the United States made it. Like Miami, San Francisco, Fire Island.
London is such a mishmash. Like there's no set.
Right.
There's no there. First of all, their pride's always under fire. You know, their committee. There's like maybe one parade, but there's no like go to this queer bar, go to that queer bar. They're having this on this night. They're having that on that. It's just all of London. You know, so it's very chaotic. It's very, you know, the schedule is very nuts, and it's like 1 million people in Trafalgar. You know, like I did it once, and I'll never do it again. Never do it again. I was just like, you know, like all of a sudden you just feel so like fear of being trampled kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my gig, not my jam. I like the little pocket ones, the local ones. You know, like that I can handle, like on a local level, definitely in any of the 5 boroughs around London, you know, I'm okay with that. But going into central London, no. But I think like if you're a party person, I get it. And in fact, I would love to have Gary Henshaw, who runs Q Bar, which is the longest, oldest, biggest gay bar in London. I would love to have him on the show. I bug him on Facebook all the time. And he has the only surviving lesbian bar in London, She Soho.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, it would, you know, I recommend it if you're a party person. If you're over 50, maybe not so much. No. Are we gonna snap shut and come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. We're back. we're
back.
Oh, look, and she had a change of outfits.
I did a costume thing. I had a chill. I put the air down.
So extra. I love it.
I did the costume change. I'm sitting right in front of the vent, and I was getting a chill. So I needed
so much for continuity.
All right. Well, you mentioned it. All right. You know what? Not to make this all about me, but I did check during the little break, and it is Monday. I'm doing this.
Well, it's a good thing we had this show today.
I had it written down. I just didn't remember it in my head, which one was which. Awesome. But yeah, I'll mention your name. Who is it that you know on that show? I'll name drop your name.
It's the person who does it. Oh, I forget their name. Give me a second and I'll look. I feel so bad because it's been forever since.
Well, I'll let you know. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah, from Queer Sounds. But they're fantastic. It's just the one person on the show, so that will narrow it down.
They're not in Amsterdam. They're in Utrecht, the Netherlands.
Oh, the Netherlands. Isn't that's
I mean that's obviously. But it's not the heart of Amsterdam. But that'll be good. That's good. Way to go international.
Yes. Look at me.
Yeah, go JD.
Look at you.
I'm global.
It's all going to go to her head, you know.
Right.
Like, we got about another 6-8 months of this podcast before she's like, look, I'm really busy. I got to publish this now. I've got live gigs. I've got an upcoming show. I'm not going to be able to.
I'm wanted in
Make the most of this.
I don't even know where I'm going and when they want me,
but that's how you want it. You want to just
Right.
be pushed in a direction. Just go. Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. So anyways, Nick, yes, I am stunned that London is number one because like I said,
Yeah.
it's very unorganized. It's not celebrated by all the letters, I will say. Like, it's not celebrated by all the L's or all the B's or all the T's or all the Q's, you know.
Well, that's a shame.
It's very gay man oriented, and it just feels like you've got to do the work. You know what I mean? Like you've got to find your people and you've got to hang out with your people, but you don't really know where your people are going to be. You've got to make a plan. You've got to organize. You've got to meet up at a certain place. There's no, you know, great schedule where, you know, they're having a drag show at this bar. They're having entertainment on the stage in front of this place, or it's not like that. You just wander around and you just stop and look at the things, basically, you know, like it's just not what I thought it was going to be.
Do they have much in the way of entertainment? Do they have live
they
performers?
do, but
or is it mostly DJ?
It's mostly like, yeah, DJs and high energy dance stuff and, you know, like that kind of thing. Like it's not, I mean, I don't know. You would think, like, where was I just talking about like last week that Pittsburgh like has Jessie J? It's like, what the fuck,
yeah,
man?
yeah.
Shouldn't you be over here? Right. But yeah, it's very, I just don't think the Pride committee agrees on a whole lot. And I do think that they route funds to the things that you know, that they're interested in, you know, as gay men that they're interested in, and it takes away from everybody else's experience. So
yeah, that's true.
I'm really, really surprised that would be number one. But if the article was written by a gay man, then no, I'm not surprised.
No, yeah, I wouldn't be either.
That's funny. That's great though. Wow. I just can't believe, like, I always thought, you know, Miami, LA, New York, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Right there, you know. Like, I have a friend that planned an entire vacation around San Francisco Pride and was just like, I have never been to anything like it, you know, like the pictures were endless and it just looked like so much fun. And it looked really well organized. You could tell by pictures, you know. It with London Pride, in order to get good pictures, you'd have to have a drone fly over because there's no way to know where anything is going to be happening, you know. Just have a drone fly over. And God, yeah, it's not the greatest. I bet Denver Pride is better than London Pride. Don't feel like you're missing out on anything.
Yeah, I was about to say, I really hope so. From such a huge city like London to not have it together like that, and for it to just chaotic.
It's a huge missed opportunity, I think, you know. Like I said, I went once. I felt like I was being swallowed by a million people, you know, like I was being sucked into a hole of a million people, and I didn't feel like I got to see anything notable. Nothing. Had a lovely meal at Wagamama's. had a lovely meal at an Asian fusion place and came home. Like, it just didn't even see good looking, crazy, weird dressed people like on the tube or the train or anything, you know. It's like you stumble into it. That's the whole feeling. Like, you stumble into it. That's it.
Oh, that's not a good feeling.
No. I just feel like it could be 100 times better with better organizers. But it's that thing where you can't get them off the board. It's like politics. That's exactly what it comes down to. It's politics. Yeah. I would rather go to like a queer literary festival than that. You know?
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, like Polari. I love Polari Literary Salon because it's the guy that curates the readers and everything. He's real eccentric. And Paul Burston, we've had him on the show. He's really interesting character, and he pulls great people and he puts it together. And it's usually like in Royal Festival Hall that overlooks the Thames and the London Eye and all that. It's a great feeling. You feel like you're at a London event, and you're listening to queer literature read by the authors that wrote it. It's cool. Definitely cool.
Del Rey has a concert. I think it's tonight, or maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's the 26th of July. No, they're having a Pride concert. And I was like, oh, and that they're having, it's a Pride concert and an event, they're not calling it a Pride festival, I don't think, but the concert is a tribute band. I don't remember which band. It's not Heart, because they've been doing a lot of the Prides. Anyway, it's a tribute band doing the music. I think it's an ABBA tribute band.
Oh, there you go.
And yeah, and I know I come with no information. I'm not like you, Nick. I have just, it could be this day. I think they're having this band, but it's something.
That's
anyway,
awesome.
Because Del Rey hasn't done
tonight.
that.
Where's this podcast goes on
tonight? Wait, am I in it? No. I'm not that busy.
No, but ABBA, though, did you hear what they're doing with their they have this guy that's made avatars, and they're doing these hologram concerts all over from their best shows. So it'll be like them in the 70s, but doing a concert where they're not even really there, but it's all their music and it's all the holograms from these old time concerts. It's there, and it's selling out everywhere. It's crazy. Wow. But I will tell you, they are loved over here.
Yeah, I bet.
Who doesn't love that?
I know. I have a few places left that I want to go to while I live over here, and going all over Europe is so easy, 2 hours on a plane here, that easy kind of, and I want to go to Sweden because they have an ABBA museum.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. Who would, I will plan a trip around that, the way my friend planned a trip around San Francisco Pride. But yeah, that would be that's on my list. That's on my list of things to do.
The ABBA Museum is Denise's pride.
That would be my pride. Exactly. Unless it's Eurovision, then that would be another form of pride.
Yeah. Who recently won that?
Ukraine.
The Ukraine.
Really?
I love it.
Wow.
But I was worried because if they win, the country that wins has to host it the following year.
Wow.
So I think another country is going to have to step in and host on behalf of Ukraine.
Yeah.
I do not see them being able to do Eurovision there next year.
Wow. That's a shame.
But yeah, they won, and it was worth it. It was one of those tunes that just stuck in your head. I'm pretty sure they won.
She's got information like I do.
No, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, that sounds
familiar. They did.
Yeah.
It was between them and the Wolf People.
The Wolf People. I like the sound of that.
Norway, was it?
So what else you got, Nick? You have anything else?
Ooh, okay. I have
reflect
one
on
more.
that.
Yeah, reflect. Get back to us on that.
I have one more headline, and it's it's kind of bittersweet, and it's something that we see kind of across the country, but not in Texas. So a Texas town is rallying around a gay couple after their pride flags were set on fire. Which, it's the back half of that statement is horrible, setting
right, that their flags were set alight. Exactly.
But a Texas town, and it's not even like a very progressive town like Austin, Texas, but it's this town in Texas, and it reminded me of
sweet though.
I know, right?
Yeah, especially if it's like those are the unexpected places where your pride flag is going to get burned, but wait, there's more. The whole town is going to come together.
Right.
So that's
the good
adorable.
part.
What are they doing? Did they come and paint their whole house rainbow?
No, but they are providing new pride flags. And yeah, basically they're standing in solidarity saying that, you know, we do not accept this. If this happens again, you know, then there's going to have to be something major that will have to happen. So it was a nice heartwarming story to find.
And that you would not expect, like you would not expect it. But, you know, I think sometimes out of a tragedy, it does change people. And what happened, you know, in Uvalde, I'm sure made every community, you know, kind of come together.
It's horrible and it's sobering. It's a very sobering thing.
It really is. It really is. And, you know, like, again, I say the laws should have been changed at Columbine. The laws should have been changed after Sandy Hook. There's no reason for this to have happened. It's beyond, you know, what anybody thought was happening. Like, you know, the talk about like the scourge has risen to the top, you know, like bubbled right up and gets celebrated now. It's sick and sad. Can't stand it. But I will tell you this, I'm looking forward to my Monday night date with Liz Cheney. I was so depressed when I found out that it wasn't on, the hearings weren't on Friday. I was like, oh, I was going to pop a big thing of popcorn, have a date with Liz Cheney again. I was all ready for it. I don't even like blondes, but I'm oddly attracted to her.
Denise, that is so funny.
You have your reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sabrina's and our mutual shared hatred of Trump brings us together.
And that's what pride stands for.
Yes.
Way to bring it home.
Yes.
Look at you wrapping things up.
Full circle right there. That's right.
Denise is right to be attracted to Liz Cheney. That is what pride is for.
It's my pride moment. Yeah, it's my pride moment. Definitely. Fuck Amsterdam. Fuck Wales. I'm just gonna stay home with this. I'm okay with that. I'm so okay with that.
Yeah, well, the way that you talk about London Pride, and yeah, I wouldn't want to be near that at all. So,
yeah. Like, it's cool to like. There's so Brighton Pride is very good. Like, very good. They get good entertainment. It's well organized. They've got good vendors, all that kind of stuff, and all the little pocket places. You know, like little local ones are. Those are the ones where you're gonna feel the most comfortable, you know, like for somebody that is not a 6'4" raging queer with abs and is like 22. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, you know, like a local Pride Fest is going to be fantastic as opposed to getting swallowed up in London. Yeah, I highly recommend like Hove, Brighton, Eastbourne, like it's like a friend of mine said that's really good. You know, like seaside towns, like those are fun. Margate, I bet, is fantastic. And let's be honest, this is how we can wrap this up. Pride is what you make it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
It is what you make it, whether it's in your own backyard.
I feel like there should be some music playing behind.
I know, Jay. Can you manage to edit some of that in? So whether it's in your own backyard or on a beach somewhere, in a forest, in a castle, with your friends, you make it what it is and whatever pride means to you. You know, yes. That's it. I'm not telling anybody not to go to London. I'm just saying, you make it your pride. You know, like with your pride. Oh my God, with your pride.
With your pride.
There it is.
And that is Pride PSA from Denise in London. Us in London.
God, I wish I could get shirts made. Make your pride with your pride. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. You guys, I'm glad we did this during Pride.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. And I would like to get back on a regular schedule. So when your schedule permits, then
yes, let us know. You're busy. You're a busy man.
You're a busy man.
No, now I'm working.
Now you're working, but you're working with good people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
great
that's.
Oh.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. See, you hung in there and you got the job you wanted.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But yes, I will make sure that there's a regular schedule.
Definitely.
So
All
that we
right. All right, you
we
guys,
can
let's
have
go out
Pride
there and make
Weekend.
this the best Pride ever.
Yes, let's go do it.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Okay, all in.
Bye.
Why do you always run back to
It's like never stop chasing your dreams.
you once knew? You're addicted to her touch.
See?
That's true.
We
And
drank
I
way too much
confess,
whiskey.
my addiction is you. Don't ask me why I'm here tonight. I had to take this midnight drive to find you. And as I come in through the door, I see her dancing on the floor beside you. Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is you. You look at me and in my eyes you see the hurt I can't disguise. I want you. And though it seems I look right through, I'm noticing your every move. She's got you. Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is you. You're my addiction. Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is you. I turn away to mask the pain, but jealousy reveals my rage and madness. And knowing you can read my mind consumes me in a shameful kind of sadness. Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is you. You are my drug, my ever waking need. I got you in my blood. You've got me on my knees. Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is you. Why do you run? Why do you My addiction. Why do you run? My addiction. Why do you run? My addiction.